Good morning. Welcome back, Market Snipers. This is Jesse. We're getting started right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right on the dot as usual. There was a few days where we were in and out of town and was, had to get back in the flow of things, right? So we'd start at 9:01, 9:02, but here we are starting right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time yet again. If you're new to the channel, awesome. Welcome. If you're returning, cool. That's even better. So what we'll do is the quick rundown is that we're going to go through Bitcoin. We're going to go through some altcoins. We'll take a look at the indices like the NASDAQ, Dow Jones, all that stuff. And then we'll hit up the Magnificent Seven, just take a quick peek over there. And then anything else that catches our eye, whether it's the Bitcoin miners, other stocks, and then of course the second half of the live stream, put in your chart requests because we'll take a look at your chart requests. Number one, early bird gets a worm. So if you put in your request earlier, you most likely will be charting your requests. But then also put in number two, put in all the details. Put in the ticker symbol. Let me know if it's crypto or stock. Everything. Are you long? Are you short? Are you looking? Are you waiting? Whatever it is, put in all the details so that we can talk about it together. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, it's for educational purposes only, and hopefully, we find some entertainment along the way. So, with that, let's get rocking and rolling over here. We're looking at the Bitcoin daily chart. Daryl, good morning. Welcome back. Yeah, real quick, right before we get into it, let's go over here and let's practice this together. Let's smash that like button. Let's hit that repost button and then throw in a quick comment, right? Throw in a quick comment and whatever it is, could be a thumbs up, could be a thumbs down, doesn't matter. It helps the algorithm out. So help me, help you, help me. That would be great. And if you're over on the YouTube app, it's just as easy as the Twitter X app. So with that, we keep saying for like over a month and a half now, probably getting closer to 2 months, that we are still not out of the woods yet. Two of the three reasons that we've been talking about have been checked off. So two out of the three reasons, we did have a RSI buy signal. We can take a look at that. We did have a MACD bullish crossover. Both of those two things hadn't happened in over 2 months. So those are two things checked off. There's still that one last third check off. Caesar, good afternoon. Welcome back. There's still that third thing that hasn't been checked off. And then, of course, in the Discord, I did a write-up this morning and posted the three. Even though we're going to stay cautiously optimistic, there are some warning signs on the higher time frames. And I did a full, not a full write-up, I guess, but I did a write-up this morning on the Discord about those concerns. And we've talked about it on this live stream as well. But I did post that again this morning over there. So with that, let's jump into it. We got some drawings here. Let's kind of make this a little bit bigger for those that are on the mobile version, right? So again, what we've been talking about is price has been putting in lower highs. Price has been putting in lower lows, right? Lower high, lower low. So the higher probability of a breakout is once a higher low is established, right? So we're still, is it establishing a higher low right now? Possibly, right? It possibly is. As of right now, it's also possible that it could be putting in a lower high, right? So we're pretty close. But some positives is that we did have the RSI buy signal, right? So we're pointing that out over here. We did have that RSI buy signal. And then, of course, the MACD bullish crossover. It was trending downward while the histogram was trending upward, right? Getting better while it was going down. It is still below the zero line, and above the zero line is another milestone for being bullish. You can see that it got back above the zero line here in February and continue to stay up there. Right now, it's below the zero line. So this is the bull run, in my opinion, still. But a lot of things I was pointing out over there, and let's see, where am I at? Oh, a lot of things I pointed out over in the Discord in the bear market is a lot of times it would have a bullish crossover, and then right before the zero line, kind of roll back over, right? kind of roll back over. You can see it crosses back over, and it would remain like that, and it would never get back above the zero line. It would cross over and come back down, kind of like it did over here, right? So we will see. We will see. We'll keep an eye on it. We're going to stay cautiously optimistic. And of course, if we get back above that third and final milestone that I want to see is that we start getting daily candle closes back above the trending dots. I'm sorry. We're already back above the trending dots. Back above 73,100. We start getting daily candle closes back above 73,100. Could mean, not guaranteed, but could mean rocket ships, right? So it'd be exciting to see it. It'd be awesome. We do have a green trending dot as of right now. And there was a pending buy signal again earlier. There was a pending, it was bullish yesterday, finished bearish. So it's battling it. It's battling right now. So we'll see. We'll see. Robbie, good morning. Can you take a look at Deso, please, if you get a chance? Is that crypto or stock? Make sure to put in all the details over there if you want me to take a look at it. Just because of search purposes, I don't want to be fumbling around and then what happens is I've charted the wrong thing in the past, right? So someone requested Dash, and Dash had stock and crypto. So put in all the details. If it's not a common one, thank you, crypto. If it's not a common one, obviously I know Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Obviously I know Microsoft, all that stuff. If it's not a common one, most likely, put in all the details over there. Maybe it's common to you, but maybe not to me. So let's see. What else? Yeah. So get back on it. Oops. So we're looking for that higher low to get established as well. And then of course, if it's closing back above 66,700, that's a very good positive sign. That is a milestone. We still wouldn't be out of the woods yet, but that would be a very nice milestone over here, taking that out. And then, of course, taking out this level at 71,700 is a milestone. But a real milestone is going to be back above the 73,100, because any closes below that could still be considered a lower high, right? So, in just my own personal opinion. So, milestones along the way, but get back above there. We could definitely see rocket ships after that. We should see rocket ships after that, because it would be in price discovery mode and it'd be pumping parabolic right there. So, the concerns, though, right? Here are the concerns. We'll talk about it. So, we got the positives out of the way on the daily chart. And if we look at the weekly chart, right, we did have an RSI sell signal. Now, it can flip back around and flip back bullish, right? And then we could see like maybe bearish divergence or something like that. So, but there is an RSI sell signal. That's something to pay attention to. There was bearish divergence on the week of March 4th and the week of March 25th that I'm showing these two peaks here. There was bearish divergence, did signal at least a shorter term trend change, right? And no candle closed below the trending dots yet. Did let the trending dots catch up, but there is an RSI sell signal. And then there is a MACD bearish crossover. And the histogram is looking negative too. So those are potential concerns, right? That it could be a longer term correction, whether time or lower prices. They're still target 4, right? Still target 4. But the bearish divergence has been cleared. So that is another positive, right? It is still in bullish territory on the weekly chart, still way above the zero line. So any crossovers or RSI sell signals maybe bought back up and flip back around to a buy signal and or a bullish crossover. So same thing that we talked about on the daily chart, how it could cross over underneath and then sell off. Well, remains true on the weekly chart, right? Or on the above it. So you can get that, crossover above the zero line and it takes off to the upside. Crossover negative and it can flip back around. So, but they are concerns. They are something that we want to keep an eye on. And then, of course, the monthly chart is still bullish. No MACD bullish crossover. No RSI sell signal. It is pretty far extended away from the trending dots, but there was a reversal candle. So that's the other concern. So still an uptrend, still overall bullish, right? But the concern is there is a reversal candle. There was a reverse candle the last time, not seen since November 2021, based off of these current settings. If I change the settings, it'd probably disappear. But based off of these settings, there is a reversal candle here. There is a reversal candle here. Something to be mindful of and concerned, or not concerned, but like aware of, right? You definitely want to be aware of those. And would that be potentially longer term bearish divergence, right? Possibly longer term, maybe. I don't know. I feel like this bearish divergence is cleared out, so we're not really counting that, but we'll see how it plays out. So with that, we do have our concerns on the higher time frames, but the daily chart is checking off boxes to the upside. And of course, if price starts closing back above that 73,100, we could probably start seeing rocket ships, and then we could see RSI buy signal on the weekly chart, RSI MACD bullish crossover on the weekly chart. So those are lagging, right? The higher time frames are lagging, so we'll continue to watch it over there. Martina, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Good to see you. 150K in June, not likely, but 100K more realistic. Or yeah, I mean that was totally out the door now, Doc. So time to reconfigure. Doc was saying, what was it, 150,000 by June? Yeah, we're at 63,820 today on May 7th. Texted my niece this morning, my goddaughter, and sent her. I'm like, "Is this your Venmo?" And she's like, "Yep." I'm like, "She just turned 17 today." Man, I've been an uncle for a very long time. I have a niece that's like, how old is the niece? 30. I have a niece that's 30. I have a nephew at what is he, 20, 29? Yeah, I think he's 29. And then I have I think this is I have I have a nephew that's 20. Anyways, this niece is also my goddaughter, and she just turned 17. And then I have another niece / goddaughter that is 18 and graduating this year. So I'm an old ass uncle, old uncle, and soon to be old father. So I have nieces and nephews who've been around for 30 years, and I'm just getting started myself. So I'm late to the party. There we go. So those are the concerns, the weekly, the monthly chart. We'll keep on. One more concern that I put in the Discord is that if the NASDAQ puts in a lower high, right? If the NASDAQ puts in a lower high, then do I think Bitcoin will go through correction with the NASDAQ? Yes, I do. Could it break correlation, and could it go off on its own and go parabolic, similar to Abercrombie and Fitch, ticker symbol ANF? Yeah, it could. ANF went parabolic. I have no idea why. I didn't even know that clothing brand was still around. Obviously, they must have other holdings. But it went parabolic in 2023, right? Went parabolic in 2023. And so it's possible that Bitcoin does its own thing, even though the NASDAQ could go through correction. There is longer term bearish divergence on the NASDAQ, but it could also make new all-time highs. So we'll see how it plays out. But if the NASDAQ goes through a correction, if the bearish divergence and target 4 is getting hit, then we could see Bitcoin also go through a correction. So that's another concern that I posted, but it is always possible that it breaks correlation. It just hasn't yet, right? It hasn't yet. So we're going to keep an eye on it. Hopefully the daily works out, right? Hopefully the daily works out. Hopefully the RSI buy signal. Hopefully the MACD bullish crossover. Hopefully we get back above all of this, right? And then we don't have to worry about it as much, and everything starts looking a lot better on the higher time frames as well. Starts with the lower time frames, then moves to the daily chart, then moves to the weekly chart, then to the monthly chart. So those are all lagging. So we'll continue to watch it, see what happens over there. We are post halving, and the other bright spots are we still don't have a pi cycle top, right? Is this time different? We still don't have that. And every time price has made a new high, which it already has, took out the November 2021 highs, price has gone back up and retested the yellow line, right? So if we put on the yellow line over here, let's zoom out for a second. Every time we've taken out the former all-time high, we've retested this yellow line. That yellow line is currently at $125,206.51. In fact, usually it spikes above it, right? And again, like we talked about, ANF actually went parabolic, right? So we got the ANF target still laid out. That's around 100,000. I think it starts at about just under 100,000. And then ANF target 2 kind of lines up with the yellow line by the time it gets there. And then, of course, we do have ANF target 3. We don't know if it'll ever get up that high or not. But those are all positives. We do have concerns, though. So we're going to keep an eye on it. And maybe it takes longer to consolidate. So we will see how it plays out in real time. All right, let's get into it. Let's keep going. Let's get into the alts. Remember, there was a pending buy signal again today. We'll see what happens. Ethereum drew this out, back in early May, and still watching it. See what happens. See if it puts in that higher low. Right. Solana broke out. Still looking for the reason why I have this out here. This phantom is we're still looking for that higher low. You got bullish divergence, followed by is this a higher low over here? Hold on. Bullish divergence. Yeah, that's bullish divergence, right? We don't have a more defined higher low yet on Solana, right? And it's hit 3 out of the 4 targets to the upside after hitting 4 targets to the downside. So I got this phantom drawing out over here, kind of where the trending dots are, where to expect a possible higher low, right? So that higher low could come all the way back down and then start to make its move back out like that, and then come up and hit target 4, flip target 4 from resistance into support, and then we could see double arrow after that. Of course, we've got the rocket ship, possibly back above over there. So that's Solana. We did have that buy signal. Don't be surprised if it comes back down, puts in a higher low, which is the higher probability, and then comes out like that. Chainlink, green trending dot, still had this mapped out since this has been mapped out since March 26th. So again, this could be a possible higher low. Is that higher low or bullish divergence? So bullish divergence over here. The indicator is picking it up. Near got this drawing out. My thoughts on patterns like the inverse head and shoulders hitting the actual target. But it does kind of line up with coming up and hitting longer-term target 3, right? So longer-term target 3 still hasn't been hit. Longer-term target 4 still hasn't been hit. I put the rocket ship up here, similar to Bitcoin, right? So it's possible this plays out. May take some time. Yesterday was pretty wild, right? There was like a 7-minute span where near jump. For some reason, I was on the 1-minute chart. I don't know what I was doing over there. I know what I was doing. I was on the 1-minute chart of near, and it pumped up 4%. And then on the very next 3 minutes worth of candles, dropped 7%, right? So yesterday it was wild, right? It was wild. I posted it over there. Let's see. Where we at? How many likes do we have over here? Let's take a look. Let's keep it going. Just trying to see, just testing the temperature of what the heck? Where am I? I guess we're just scrolling Twitter X or live streaming. There we go. 12 likes. We get up to 50. We'll go hard, right? We'll go hard. But if not, we'll probably call it about 45 minutes. We're at 19 minutes in right now. All right, let's get going a little bit faster. So that's near potential inverse head and shoulders target. Gets it very close to longer term target 3. Got the uptrend already started, right? We got the uptrend already starting over here. Another milestone. Oh, hit the mic. Nope, we're good. We're good. Got another possible milestone over here, right? Get back above. Maybe even pumps up, hits his target, comes back down, back tests it, and comes up like that. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But that'd be great. Let's keep going. Dot up 1.26%. Is it establishing a higher low, right? Is this bullish divergence? I don't know. Let's take a look. No, it's just this is a higher low over here, right? So a higher low over here. That's what we're watching. Higher low establishes, a more defined higher low kind of over here, and then see if it takes off to the upside. It was starting yesterday. It was starting to break above target 1, and then came all the way back down. So we'll see. It's coming back to the trailing dots. Kind of let the trailing dots catch up, and then we'll see if it takes off after that. Sand still flat, right? Still flat over here. Kind of see it where this is kind of drawn out like that, right? And then you got the other arrow out over here. Filecoin flat, green trailing dots. Algo, green trailing dots. Could see another pending buy signal in the near future. Had this low, had this higher low. Seems like we could have a pending buy signal in the near future. It was pending buy earlier today, I think, and yesterday. So something that we're going to keep an eye on, up 1%. Had this arrow out over here like that, drawn all the way back since March 27th. So here we are. Mana, similar thoughts, right? I'm going to leave that out there like that. Cardano, similar thoughts. Kind of going through, bottoming out over here. Rari is going to put in that. It was pumping up like this, and I already had put out where is that higher low going to be established, right? Similar thoughts to Solana. Like it was starting to pump up, had a pending buy signal, right? Came all the way back down, established that higher low, and then probably even put it out like that, right? Matic, flat, trading dots is starting to flip green, right? Was starting to pump all the way up here. I think it had a pending buy signal. Can't remember on Matic. Came all the way back down, back tested, and see if it's going to find support and then start to take off after that. Another milestone is getting back above the 200-week moving average over here at about 86 cents. Like to see that. Atom was going through this bottoming phase, probably a higher low over here. It was. So higher low, buy signal, and then it was starting to break out of this downward trend line. So we'll put the arrow out over here like so. Flip that around. Could change the color, but I'm not going to right now. Watch the trending dots kind of move up. I'm pointing to the trending dots. Follow the cursor, kind of move up like that, and then we'll see if it takes off. It's hit target 1 so far. Gonna make these a little bit wider. Could take. Let me fix that. And then move this out over here like that. Could take a little bit longer, right? There we go. Atom, SHIB flat, still coiling up, still consolidating, coiling, possible higher low, and then all of a sudden, who knows after that? Then the dog takes you for a walk. Dogecoin, similar thoughts. We had this mapped out back here like that, right? We had that mapped out like that. And it just so happens it's looking similar. We don't know exactly where that higher low is going to be. It could be up here like that. We don't know exactly how it's going to play out, but it was a possibility. It pumps up, comes back down. They all start looking similar after a while. Inch, XRP, buy signal yesterday. It was pumping up to 57 cents, came all the way back down, letting the trending dots kind of flip around too. Let's take a quick look at MicroStrategy. Pending buy signal, pending MACD bullish crossover, right? Is that it? Came all the way down to target 4 over here. Hit 4 of the 4 targets to downside. Hasn't filled any of these gaps down here. There's small gaps though. They are small gaps, and they might not get filled until the bear market, if ever, right? Doesn't mean that they will be filled. They are smaller gaps, but there is a pending buy signal on MicroStrategy right now. If you're a perma bear, you're probably thinking that this is just a relief rally and a possible short squeeze. If you're a perma bull, a higher low could be being established, and then breakout, and then now pending buy signal, and maybe it goes and makes new all-time highs above $2,000. Look at the monthly chart. There was a reverse candle as well. We talked about that. There was a reverse candle. So it could just be retracing some of that reverse candle. We will see. Very far extended away from the trending dots. All the way down there at $645. Could remain that way too for a while. So we'll see. We will see. That's the daily chart. NASDAQ, we're into the indices, and then we'll get over to the Magnificent Seven real quick. So we're still waiting to see if it's going to put in a lower high or not. There was that buy signal. It's getting back above the trending dots, back over here. Bullish on the daily chart. It's starting a new uptrend, and then we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. This potential idea was laid out way back here. That could come up like this and then possibly roll over. So we'll see how it plays out. We've got both plans laid out. Start breaking back down and putting in that lower high could mean lower prices. But if you flip all of this, you flip 18,500 and then ultimately flip 18,600-ish, then we can see new all-time highs being made, right? So we're going to stay neutral. We're going to stay neutral as of right now. Price has only hit 2 of the 4 targets to the downside. That might be it, right? That might be it. So we'll see. It was getting oversold, reverse candle. Now we're getting a bounce right now. If you're in the bear market, you'd be shorting this bounce. If you believe that this is a longer-term bull run, then you'd be buying the dips, right? So one concern is this over here. Let's take this off. Is the weekly chart still bullish, regaining the trending dots, right? Still bullish, regain the trending dots. But we do have this longer-term bearish divergence. And if it puts in that lower high, that would be a concern for the overall markets. And so there was an RSI sell signal. This is what I was talking about. Bearish divergence followed by an RSI sell signal. And the last RSI sell signal, you could see that there was a multi-month correction that lasted multi-months. I don't know what I was thinking there. And there was a bearish MACD crossover back here in April on the weekly chart, just as there was back here in August. So those are some concerns. The MACD is lower than it was back here. That is also divergence compared to the actual price. Bearish divergence this whole way. And as you can see, the bearish divergence can last for much longer than what we think. Once the lower high is put in, that is the concern. So there is no lower high that's been put in yet, right? There's no lower high that's been put in yet. So we don't know how it's going to play out, but that would be a concern with the divergences that have been going on, that if it does put in a lower high, we could see a much lower price targets, right? Even on the daily chart, the 4th target is right around here. So that would be like the 4th target over here. And then, of course, we could see even lower prices than that based off the weekly chart, maybe even below 15,500. Who knows if it comes all the way back down to the 200-week moving average. Hasn't retested it since January 2023. But it's gone on bull runs where it didn't even test the 200-week moving average for years, right? So we don't know. We're going to keep an eye on it. But those are some concerns on the NASDAQ as well. As of right now, it is currently bullish. As of right now, it is back above the trending dots. As of right now, the daily chart is bullish. But if it does put in that lower high, that will be a concern across all assets on the markets, especially tech stocks. And I even consider Bitcoin kind of like a tech stock. So we'll be concerned about it. But doesn't mean it couldn't go on a parabolic rise all on its own, very similar to A&F. So with that, that's what we're covering today. Staying neutral, letting the charts tell us whether it's bullish or bearish, and make plans accordingly, right? Make plans accordingly. If it does, the inverse of that is SQQQ, right? So it's breaking down. So if the NASDAQ does start to flip around and put in a lower high, SQQQ. So if you're not comfortable with shorting the market, or you don't know how, or you're not experienced to short NASDAQ futures, the inverse of that is the SQQQ. So it's like a hedge. It's a short. So if you long SQQQ, that you are shorting the NASDAQ, right? So just be aware of that. If it does start putting in a higher low, that it could be a bigger move to the upside. And I don't even know where the 200 is. The 200-week moving average even on here? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't even have one. But that's one way to do it. It's high risk. So if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have a fully mapped out plan, then I wouldn't recommend doing it. SP 500, similar thoughts. Dow Jones, similar thoughts. Russell 2000, similar thoughts, right? At least a relief rally as of right now. We mapped this out all the way back here, right? We mapped it all the way out. So you got the two thoughts that we already talked about. We already covered all this, right? So if it were to get back up here, flip all these retracement targets, and then continue on higher. That's what you want to see if you're a perma bull. If you're a perma bear, you want to see it put in a lower high and then start to roll back over, right? So it just depends. And maybe you're just a swing trader like us, and you don't care which direction it goes. You just want it to either pump hard or dump hard. That's what you want. What you don't want is just go sideways forever. If you're a swing trader, you don't want sideways chop. If you're a swing trader, you want it to either pump really hard or dump really hard, right? So that's kind of like two ideas, right? We'll see what happens. We will see what happens here. Let's flip this red so we can see it a little bit better. And then we'll flip this one green over here. So you got two paths. You got two paths, right? There you go. Benedict Gonzalez, good morning. Let's go Celtics. Okay, there you go. There you go. Woo. There you go. All right. US 10-year yield. We'll take a quick look. Breaking back down, right? Breaking back down. There's bearish divergence breaking down from the candles, right? We had two paths. Would it find support and come back up? It's not. It didn't find support, right? Or start to break back down, right? And that's what it's kind of doing right now. So it is breaking down from this upward trend line. There was a sell signal last Friday, and then the daily chart. Okay, May 3rd, right? And it's just breaking down right now. So we will see. It's good for mortgage rates, right? Good for mortgage rates. The dollar over here breaking down as well. We'll pump back up, put in a lower high, and then continue downward as possible. VIX also breaking down. So these are all good signs as of right now. It doesn't mean it couldn't flip around, but these are all good signs for being a perma bull, right? So those are all good signs as of right now. So this is what you'd want if you're a perma bull. If you're a perma bear, you're not wanting to see this right now. Gold. What's gold doing? About the same. Not much of a change. Same with silver as well. Bitcoin dominance, about the same. Hasn't really done too much. NVIDIA. Oh, let's flip over the Magnificent Seven. We got that over here. NVIDIA. Similar thoughts. We're still similar thoughts to the NASDAQ, right? Get back above there. Going to make new all-time highs back above 950. If it puts in a lower high, then we got the arrow down over here, and we've got lower targets and a gap fill over here on NVIDIA. Meta, similar thoughts. Back down here, we're like, will this gap get filled first, or will this gap get filled first, right? It's trending towards filling this gap still, right? We drew this out at the bottom. And then it's coming up for a gap fill. May not fill this gap right away, right? We don't know. Still have a longer-term A and F target up there. We don't know how it's going to play out. Amazon, is this going to be a double top? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a double top. It's possible, right? Back here, we were talking about will it put in a lower high? It hasn't yet. Could be a possible double top. It is possible, and then starts to roll back over, then puts in a lower high. Could take some time to play out, right? If this was a double top, we don't know if it is or not. It would come down like this, pump all the way back up, like that, put in a lower high, and then possibly come all the way back down. Let's flip that back over to yellow, so just so we can see it a little bit better. There we go. If this is a double top, if not, then you're going to be watching it go like this, right? Start to make new all-time highs over there on Amazon. Daily candle closes back above is a positive and could get back on track. So Microsoft, similar thoughts. We got the arrow back up above over here. Could be running into resistance and could retrace all the way back up, all the way back up. So we'll see. Tesla down 2.9%. We drew this out way back here. Pump up, come back down, put in higher lows, kind of go through a bottoming phase potentially. If it loses this, then we're looking a lot more bearish. If it finds support, then the bottom could be in. But that's what we're kind of watching over here, where maybe the bottom is in, maybe it establishes higher lows. We got gaps all the way down here at 147. So that's Tesla over there. Whoo, that's a lot of drawing. Apple, flat. Apple is flat, started higher at 185. This could be a possible lower high over here. Short squeeze up, but it could come all the way back down. Back test this, fill that gap over here, put in a higher low, and then continue upward after that. If it's bullish, right? This could still be a bullish move if it's something like that. So then you have the divergence, then you've got a higher low, back test, and could continue upward after that on Apple. Google up 2%, up near the all-time. Is that the all-time highs? I think so. Yeah, up near the all-time highs. Still bullish over there. That's about it on that. Let's see what else. What else? ANF. Yeah, still could be establishing a lower high over there. PayPal kind of flat the last week or so. Still hasn't retested 200-week moving average in a very long time. Still hasn't filled this gap since Since August 2023, right? Still hasn't filled that gap from August 2023. Still bullish as of right now. Piton up 13%. Okay. Well, is that the low? Possibly. Is this a short squeeze? Possibly. So we don't know if that's the bottom yet or not. Looking good though. Had that buy signal on the daily chart. MACD bullish crossover. Let's zoom out here for a second. Let's take a look at the weekly chart on Piton. Is this the low? I mean, too early to call it yet. Too early to call it. I think I have to redraw these old boxes, right? Yeah. So this is currently the low right now at $2.68. Doesn't mean I had this old line drawn out here like that. It's finally breaking out of it. Still has a lot of work to do. But the daily chart's starting to look pretty good, right? So that's Piton. Had the buy signal yesterday on May 6th. What else? Moscow Exchange. That's probably bearish divergence. Yep, that's bearish divergence. Rivian. How's Rivian doing? Had that buy signal on last Thursday and could put in that higher low. So we mapped this out last week, even before the buy signal. We're like, could it pump up like this, come back down, put in a higher low, and then break out after that, right? So that's what we're still watching. We drew this out based off of the December 28th. So point to point, extended out, ran into resistance, could be putting in that higher low, retest the trending dots, however it plays out, maybe something like that, and then take off after that. Got this big gap at 15.21, another gap at $23 over there. Put in a higher low. I believe this is bullish divergence. It is. Even the indicator is picking it up. Here, let's get the MACD out of the way. Bullish divergence over there. You can say that's a higher low. That's a higher low. Could put in another higher low. So starting to look pretty good on Rivian over there. See if it kind of finds support again and then makes a run after that. Microsoft flat. Oh, we already covered that one. What else? Aave. Similar to the other altcoins. Ocean had a buy signal on Sunday. Fetch did too. Near versus BTC, still bullish. AVAX, ETH, BTC, Doge, Mana, ADA, Rari, XRP versus BTC, ETC. Just a lot of these that we've been covering. A lot of them are just based off requests too. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? We're at 40 minutes in. Pepe is going to come back for a back test, possibly. Look at those for fun sometimes. There it is. Fetch had that buy signal on Sunday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's see. GRT had a buy signal on Sunday as well, right? Rune. RNDR. There it is. RNDR had that bullish divergence. Let's see. Bullish divergence. Not really a higher low being established yet, right? 3 of the 4 targets to the upside so far. No higher low. So I thought I had, let's see. I thought I had something like that, right? The higher low gets established, maybe lets the training dots kind of catch up, and then kind of takes off up after that. Doesn't mean it will, but a lot of the other assets, and eventually it's going to put in a higher low. We just don't know where. It comes out like that and then takes off. So it is possible, right? That was a nice move. Buy signal. We'll take out this pivot point over here at $9.26 on RNDR. So it is possible it comes back down for a higher low and then makes a move after that. What else? Velo, still bullish. I don't even know what this is. Someone had me chart it. Still here. I don't know what it is. BCH, Bitcoin Cash, pending buy signal. We've got breaking news. We've got Justin, BCH, Bitcoin Cash has a pending buy signal over here. After multiple candle closes back above the trading dots, got a pending buy signal, and we will see. Well, that's a pretty big correction too, right? Pretty big correction, 44%, a little bit more than 44%. And now we have a pending buy signal. Doesn't mean it couldn't pump up, come back down, put it in a higher low. That will be the higher probability over there. What else? What else? What else? BZFD. Someone had me take a look at this. I don't know. Fat. Yep, already got that one. You can take that one off. PLTR. Yeah, they gapped it down, right? Positive earnings, right? Positive earnings. According to the TradingView chart, I didn't research it myself. The TradingView chart said positive earnings. They gap it up, then they gap it down, and positive earnings. They're going to wipe out some people, and probably got pretty excited back here in the buy signal. Was starting to pump up, right? Short squeeze it up, even on positive earnings, come all the way back down. You do have a gap down here at $17.89. So PLTR, they'll gap it up, they'll gap it down, all after hours. Nothing you can do about it, even on positive earnings. We dealt with that on PayPal. I dealt with that on PayPal myself on positive earnings. They gapped it down 20-something% overnight. Can't win them all. Can't win them all, right? Can't win them all. All right, now let's circle back and go through the requests. And we're already 44 minutes in, so the early birds get the worm, and we will cover Deso for Robbie. He let me know on the next comment that it is crypto. So let's take a look at it. If there's not a lot of chart history, then we probably won't be able to add too much value over here. You didn't let me know what exchange it was, so I'm just going to pick the first one that I see, HTX. So it is really, I mean, the candles are saying it's oversold, right? It is oversold, aka ultra bearish. So it is ultra bearish, oversold, and can remain that way. I don't see any signs of a reversal in the daily chart as of right now. The weekly chart is still bearish, right? I mean, that was a massive pump, right? Even from back here, October to January, that was a 400 and something percent pump, and now it's going through its correction. So now it's currently down probably at least 50%. You had the wick down here at 65%, and now it's currently down 59%. So that's so not much other value. I can't really add too much other value just because it is there's not a lot of chart history on it, so can't really do too much else. I could probably draw something on like that. That's a really aggressive downward trend line, but as of right now, I'm not seeing any signs for a buy. Arsen Benda, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome. What else? What else? Gala. All right, I guess this is the last one. Kind of a late request, Benedict, but we're only at 45 minutes, so we'll take a quick look at Gala over here. Let me search for it. I think I have it on here. Yeah, I do. I have it on here somewhere. There it is. Okay. So similar thoughts to the other crypto coins, right? Probably hit at least 4 out of 4 targets to downside. Probably at least, I was going to say 50 to 60%, 61.4%. And then you could probably draw it out like this. But it looks very similar to the other altcoins, right? And you could probably even draw a really aggressive downward trend line like that. Higher low over here, right? So maybe it makes a move in the coming days or weeks, right? And then that would be kind of your, it's kind of how I see it, right? So still currently bearish, no buy signal. This could be the low. This could be a higher low. This could be another higher low. And then once you start seeing price, start to pump back up, possibly putting in that pending buy signal, and could see it make it move after that. So hopefully that helps. And with that, thank you for all of your support. Thank you for smashing the like button. Thank you for hitting the repost button, sharing it on YouTube, or if you're on the Twitter X app, all of the above. Help me, help you, help me on this fabulous Taco Tuesday. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and we will continue to sniper the markets together tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, hopefully right on the dot again. With that, thanks again, Robbie. I appreciate you as well. Thank you. And your photo, can I say this? Your photo, you look kind of like Ryan Reynolds. So he's successful. So there you go. Thank you, Benedict. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Hope you guys have a good rest of guys and girls. Martina. Maybe you're not a gal, but I don't know. But we do have females on here, a small percentage, but we do have the female market snipers, snipering the markets with us. So guys and gals, hope you have a good rest of your day, and we will see you mañana, tomorrow. All right.